Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of our Cities Skylines Let's Play. No idea what number episode we're up to, so we're just going to jump straight into it. Just hanging out in our Point Piper workers camp for a minute, and they got pretty nice houses for workers, for forestry workers anyway, so they're doing quite well. And so what we're going to do. Last episode we fleshed out our CBD over here. We fixed our, well, temporarily at least, fixed our traffic problem, so this is flowing infinitely better than what it was. Expanded out evergreen mills a little bit on both sides, so that is pretty much finished over this way, and we're going to expand out a little bit further, or actually a long way over here. Made the decision to expand our CBD out this way and sort of base it around the roundabout that we've got there. Put down a whole bunch of trees at the end. Kept expanding out our industry over here, and sort of added in another road over here, which is sort of quite good, adding to the vans. I think what we're going to do here as our first thing is actually put a junction in here, because this is backing up quite a bit. So what we do, first job is going to chuck a junction in here. So, we're just going to use the standard one that we've been using so far, which is the three-way intersection. We don't need probably anything else. So, what are we going to do? Slope's too steep, we don't really want that. So where can we put it? We can put it there. Which means we have to make a few changes to our high, but that's fine. So we can put that one there. Then what we're going to do, we're going to delete these out. I can't delete that one. You might delete these there, delete this one this way. And delete that one, and that one. Now what we're going to do, we're going to fix our highways. So this one's coming this way. Basically we're going to come around like that, and then for this one, we are, yep, so that one goes that way, doesn't it? And this one goes this way. Why is it going the wrong direction? Ah, because it's already sitting there. Interesting. Okay, that's why. Hasn't started moving yet. So we're going to fix that. Looks a little bit dorky, but that's fine. We can deal with it. And this one's going to come around this way like that. And then this one's going to come along here to there, and then up to there like that. So that should fix that intersection there. And we're just going to run our road down like this. Our highway, and add this one in here up to there. Then bring this one through up to probably about there. And then we should be able to just add in our highway connections into there. And can we get it there? Not quite. Bugger. So we might actually just build up hook up into there probably, which is just as easy, isn't it? Just as easy as what we were doing. So put that there, and then that one there. So there we go. That should make it flow 1,000 times better. Yep, so there we go, that's it, that's good. So that's flying really quite well, so that's going to be really good. Takes a lot of our traffic off through our city. Still get some vans coming through. Not all that many really, considering. So, how's our traffic looking? It's looking really quite good. I mean, it's obviously very busy through here, which is okay. Probably going to look at adding maybe another cargo station. I'm not really quite sure though how that would work, so we may leave that for a little bit. This is okay, it's actually flowing relatively well. This is flying really well now, which is fantastic. Starting to expand out here as well. A little bit of an abandoned building there, so we're just going to get rid of that. And now, what we're going to do. So, starting to get some more residential and industrial. So, we're going to put down some more industrial. Got lots of expansion over here, but we've used up all of our residential. So, we are going to put some more industrial down first. So, we can expand to there, I think, and there. And then we're going to start expanding along this way. Pretty much all through there, all through here, like this, and through up to there, I think. And probably those two there as well. So that should be quite good. So we should have water, but we don't, so we're going to start running along this way. Like that, and they'll definitely have power, so that will be fine. Good, so that should start sorting out that. I think what we're going to do now as well is actually going to get rid of this. So we're going to get rid of that. And then we are going to put in a small roundabout. So I think we're going to hook it up to there actually. So that should be a lot better than what we've got. Although if we put it there... what do you guys think? Probably there actually, I think is going to be better than what we've got. Because otherwise we're going to have... Well, if we put it there, I guess, it's probably going to be better in the long term, isn't it? Because we're going to build like all the way down here and through here as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll put it there. See how that runs anyway. So this one doesn't create traffic lights either, which is fantastic. So now we're going to put down, so we put down a connection up to here. So we connect up to there. I think we're actually going to connect up to here as well, if we can. Connect up to there without creating lights. Yep, we can, which is good. And then we're also going to run, I think we're actually going to run a gravel road from here down. So going through like that. So I think that's quite good. Might even run a road through there maybe. That, and then once we build down a little bit further, we can sort of fill this in here and create another connection through there. So might as well actually do that now. Might as well build through to there like that. And then what we can do, I think we're just probably going to expand out into here, but not connect it up like that. So that should be pretty good. I think that's going to make it a lot better. Just going to flow a little bit better than the little mini one we had before. So we're going to hook that up to there. We're going to hook this up. We'll leave the rest of this because we'll probably expand out and change a lot of that. But we'll hook all this back up again, so I'll zone it up again. So go through there like that. I think we're going to leave that one there empty. Build these. Yeah, we can put those in there. I think that's going to be enough there, so we probably won't go anywhere else apart from that. Cool. So run it for a little bit, see how it starts developing. I think the traffic's going to flow heaps better through here. There's a little bit of bottleneck through here still, but I think that's probably just to be expected. I think that may clear up a little bit over time. It's not critical, so I mean it is still flowing really well. I think especially once this starts coming through, using through here, this is going to clear up this as well. So I think that's flowing pretty nicely now. What are we going to do? So we're going to need some more residential. Don't think we really want to build through here because we're just going to have, it's going to be on the edge of the noise pollution. Yep, so we don't really want to do that. Don't really want to build out here, so we're just going to keep expanding out evergreen mills. Actually, one thing I'm going to do before I do that is check that. Yep, so all of that's covered by our industrial air, which is good. We just expand out this down here. It's going to be our CBD. We're actually going to get rid of all this through here, so because that doesn't cover that anymore. And just tidy this up along this edge, so it's all nice and sorted. Into there, and we can fix all that up later. So in around there like that, and just along the highway. Cool, so there we go. So that is sorted there, and just building this one out there like that. So there we go, and we're going to fix up this district and probably bring it around here because this is where we're going to expand out to next. Cool, so there we go. So we've got quite a few districts and stuff set up, which is good. Don't have a whole lot of different policies and stuff. I think I may revisit those in a minute, like just have some specific business policies and our industrial policies. See if we can make our businesses run a bit better. We've got a fair bit of cash. We've got 400 grand in there sitting in the bank, so we're actually rolling in money, so don't have to worry about that. So what we're going to do now, we are going to, I think that we will end up bringing this road out through, probably out through here, something like that. So I think that's what I think we might build around this and sort of fill in all this area. So obviously going to keep expanding around the river or the water's edge, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll sort of end up having like this 2-lane road sort of running all the way up through to connect up to here later on, and also bring this one up through and connect up to here. And then we'll have our sort of our little expansion roads all connecting up into this one road here. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the way we're going to roll. So what we're going to do first, we're going to bring out a road out to about there. I'm going to bring another one. So we're going to sort of have like a, like, you know, like have the curve and stuff going around, which I think would be quite cool. And then we're going to bring it around to there and actually connect up to there. I think we may connect up to here as well. It means losing some houses and stuff, but I think it's probably worth it. Just to sort of build some more connections, which I think is what we worked out we've got to do. So, why on earth do we have that down there? Is that like in the middle of the road? It's a bit random. Is there anything down there? Road or something? Interesting. I assume that's going to be a bit of a bug. It's cool. So we're going to just fix up all of this, all these ones that we just created. And then zone all the way through here. And that should be our residential done for a little while. And yep, we're going to zone through all this to here. Like that, and leave this area free. So these are quite busy roads. So I think we're going to leave all of this free through there, and we can sort of put some trees and stuff down and go about it that way. So that should be fine through there. So should be good. Water. I'm going to run another water line through here like this to there, and hook up to there. And I think we should need a little one out there like that. So that should be good. So we're going to need to hook up our power again. So we'll just bring it over to here for now. So that should be fine like that. Should be fine as it is, which is good. So we'll fix up that like there. So all of our demands are back down to manageable levels, or back down to very low, which is good. So building out this area quite quickly, which is good. So population actually dropped a little bit before, so it's only around the 17,000 mark now, but that's fine, we can deal with that. So where are we going to go to from now? So this is all being built up quite nicely, which is good. So CBD, lots of commercial, lots of offices in there as well, which is good. Takes a bit of the pressure off our forestry industry, having some offices in there, soak up some jobs, which is fantastic. So we're going to look at our services now. We haven't looked at them from a while, so we're definitely going to need some over in here. I think we're pretty set for everywhere else. Definitely we'll need some more over here once we expand this out, but for the moment it's fine. This actually hasn't got a whole lot of coverage, so maybe we should actually put another one down. Yeah, it should be fine. If we ever expand out this way, we'll obviously put another one down, but for now I think that's fine. How about police? So police actually covers a lot more than fire, which is quite interesting. So police case actually is covering the CBD, which is, I mean, it's good. But yeah, so what else did we have that we got? Health. Medical. So I suppose the CBD that probably doesn't need as much. I might put a little medical clinic down. I suppose if anyone has a heart attack at work or something, it can't hurt. So like we said, we've got a lot of money, so we can afford to do it. So, crematorium, we'll probably put one of those down through soon as well. So we've got a few cemeteries set up, but probably can't hurt to have some more capacity. So maybe we'll probably set one of those up here somewhere, a little bit further down the track. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to put down a medical centre through here. So where are we looking at of zoning? So we have to get rid of some stuff, which is fine. We've actually got a few sort of empty here, so we're actually going to put it down here. So I'm going to put it right about... can we do it? Why can't we put it there? Do we have to demolish this? So D-zone or that, we should be able to fit two small little services here. So we can put one there and a fire station there, like that. So there we go. So that's definitely got our fire coverage once it gets up and running. That's our fire coverage sorted for that area. And also got just extended our medical coverage too. So that is quite good. So we're quite happy with that. So, crematorium, death care. So death care is pretty... I mean, we've got a lot of coverage. We've got a huge amount of capacity. I'm thinking we might actually put down a crematorium though. No, we won't. We'll wait until we expand out here further and then we'll put down a crematorium. I'm going to get rid of this road because I'm not sure that we're actually going to bring it around that far. We may actually sort of expand the residential more around here, and then sort of bring this around here a little bit further, and then sort of have the CBD sort of along the highway a little bit further, and then this road can sort of come out and link up the residential, and then also around here as well. So I think maybe that's what we'll do, but we'll sort of just keep expanding out, see what we feel like doing, and then sort of run into it from there, or we can all change it all later. So I'm thinking we may start putting down some luxury like some leisure buildings as well, and maybe even a few tourist buildings and things like that. And because this area doesn't have a whole lot of like leisure activities, we got set up some over here, but we sort of just got stuck with sort of expanding out quite quickly over there. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to come look into leisure. So this area is okay when it's got one there. It hasn't got a huge lot of coverage. This area's got nothing. Got a few out here, so I think this area is pretty well stocked. Don't really need any over here. This area is really well stocked, so that's good. And then we're going to put some down over here. So we're going to have to find a spot where we can put some down. Thinking maybe at the end here, or actually maybe sort of more up to the middle here. Actually, maybe probably on this corner here. So put it sort of either side here. We can put down a couple, which should sort of give us pretty good coverage all through here and also up here as well. So that's what we're going to do. So what are we going to do? We're going to what about tourist things? Should we need tourist things? I mean, most of them are on the like they're quite big and stuff, aren't they? So beach volleyball court. We put it down beach volleyball court somewhere here, I guess, couldn't we? It's not really beach area though, is it? So no, we won't do that. We'll just put down some attractions. So what's this? I have no idea what that is. So what can we put down, guys? I think you may put down a Japanese gardens. So I like the Japanese gardens. They are quite cool. So we're going to put that one there, and then what? I think we'll put down a playground. So we can fit a large playground in. I think we can somewhere. There we can there. There we go. Got a few leisure activities there, leisure buildings there. So that should keep people quite happy. Yeah, so that's good. That's quite good. Maybe put something down here as well. Maybe we can sort of fit something in, sort of on this this little sort of one-way street here. What can we put down there? What can we fit down? Maybe a carousel. We haven't put down any carousels yet, so it'd be quite cool to put one of those down. One down. Where can we put one down without getting rid of too many buildings? Maybe there. It's quite a nice spot near the roundabout and stuff. It's quite easily accessible, etc. So that would be quite good there. Lots of houses upgrading, which is awesome. So obviously they're pretty happy with how things are going. Lots of level 5 houses over here, which is really good. So obviously they're pretty happy, and along the water on both sides, which is brilliant. Some of our commercial and stuff is starting to upgrade to the second level. Offices take obviously quite a bit longer to upgrade, but they're getting there. So they need to be covered by more services. But we're sorting that out quite quickly. This one's reliant on land value, and I reckon this is the same. More customers or wealthier customers. That's fine. So how is everyone going? Relatively happy. Some of our commercials are a little bit unhappy, but why, I'm not really quite sure. Doesn't really tell us why. Cool. Getting some lots of abandoned buildings. Why would that be? Why would it be? Lacking workers. So we've got very low unemployment, and because we need lots of population. We're just going to leave those. They'll regenerate by themselves, so we don't worry about that too much. I think we just need to probably just expand our residential quite a bit. Seems to be the problem we're having. So we've built out all of this and all of this as well. So I think we're actually going to expand, build our road around the water now. So we can expand this and we can sort of build from there. So this is sort of the sort of build just away from the gaps down there. So we might sort of do that. And keep coming around the water like this. And I think probably up to about here. And that'll be enough, and that should keep us away from the noise pollution. Then we can put some trees and stuff down there, and that should keep people relatively happy. So what we're going to do, we're going to run a water pipe along there, along the water. And like that. And they'll have power once we set it up. Going to zone all this as residential while we're here. I suppose we can use this one, can't we? So big sections like that, so that should be good there. Cool, so we'll run this. This will lack a little bit of services for a little while, but I reckon given that our residential demand will expand out there quite quickly, and we can add in some new services and stuff there, so not worried about that too much at the moment. So up to 17 population, 70,200 population-ish. And these are building out quite quickly, which is nice, so have that set up pretty good. Yeah, so heaps of abandoned buildings over here. So it looks like they're all lacking workers for whatever reason. Probably just because our unemployment rate is so low, so only down to 3%. 3 and 4%, so I think we're going to have to need a bunch more people, which is fine. So we need a few garbage signs as well around, so maybe we've got to look at doing that. So we've got 2 that are full over here, we've got 2 incinerators running at pretty much maximum capacity. This has got a fair bit of room. What about over here? So we've got 2 incinerators, which still got a fair bit of room, and this one's got quite a bit of room. So I think we're going okay. I think it's probably just the fact that they're a little bit away from any of the garbage collection areas, so we don't really have any over this side of the river. Don't have any at all actually over this side of the river, so maybe that's something we have to look at a little bit later. But for now, I think everything's pretty good. Quite happy with how it's all going. We can expand out our commercial as well if we want. Maybe we should jump over this side of the highway and start building it from there, and sort of building it out that way. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't think I really want to build along here too much more. Maybe one more line just to sort of keep the continuity going. So if you build another one out here like this, yeah, that's pretty good. We can do that, and then we can hook up there to like that, and then this will be our last one, and that'll sort of be the back of our commercial, and then we'll fill it in with sort of residential and stuff through there. So what we're going to do, we actually may start, I don't know, just thinking, may sort of start doing our, like putting down some suburban stuff sort of through here. Not quite sure. And then I'm just thinking maybe we should do that and then start converting some of this to high density, just to sort of cope with some of our residential problem, or not residential problems, but just sort of get some more people in. I think definitely sort of once we start getting out in this direction, we'll sort of start definitely phasing out into suburban, into our suburban building. But for the moment, I suppose it is quite close in. We're going to convert a lot of this. I think probably convert all of this into high residential, sort of this whole area probably, apart from the waterfront, and then probably actually maybe from this point we'll start converting it out into suburban life. So we'll do that. Add in a bunch more high density residential. Although, do we want low density? Thinking we may actually put low density along the back here so it doesn't add to the noise pollution too much when we build out our residential. I think that's what we're going to do, just to make it a little bit different, see how we go with it. So I'm actually going to dezone that. And then from, yeah, probably from there all along, down to there, and all along here is going to be low density. Which is fine, we can deal with that. Actually, we missed some high density there, so I'm just going to get rid of that and then rezone it. And some more down there like that. Cool. So that's quite good. And then we're actually going to get our road there. I think we're going to sort of bring this out like this. Sort of in preparation. Then we can bring an extension or a connection in like there, and that will give us another way out of the city like that. Cool. So that's quite good. Quite happy with that. Everything's looking pretty good. Lots of trees. Lots and lots of trees, which is not a bad thing. Trees are good. So like that, and that's going to cover all that, so that's good. So that's our commercial demand fixed. Residential is coming back up again. Unemployment's still at 4%, so a lot of these are still looking for workers and such. Take another look at our traffic. So actually this has slowed down a bit as well, which is quite good. So probably because industrial demand has dropped off quite a bit, given that we're lacking a few workers and such. So that's fine. It's still obviously flowing really, really well. This is working out really well. It's no sort of flowing really, 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 really fast. This is still fine through here. It's flowing. It's obviously very heavy, but it's flowing, which is what we care about. This is all working out really, really well. So that's really happy with that. Quite pleased that we sort of set this up and come along that. Residential is booming again. So what we're going to do, we are going to what? What are we going to do? I believe that we will believe that we will do that. Road down to there, and then what we're going to do... Going to set up that, and then we can build around it as well, which I think will be quite interesting, quite fun. May sort of just do a little distance too short. No, we can't do that. Maybe we should actually connect up. No, we shouldn't. Maybe we should connect up through there, though. No, we shouldn't do that either. Okay, we're going to leave that. And we can make some other connections a bit later on. But we're going to do that for now. And maybe we should just make this sort of proper. I mean, I'm just thinking. Maybe we shouldn't sort of put this into suburban stuff. Maybe it's going to be sort of when we get out this way, like even further. But I'm sort of thinking like it is quite close to the city. So I think if you're quite close to the city, you're going to be quite sort of built up. So maybe we should sort of just run through that. Maybe we make this quite unique even. You can sort of, maybe if we start, when we get this tile out here, we can sort of start building out this way and build up some proper suburbia, and just sort of keep this as sort of, because it's around our CBD, maybe we end up, like if the city gets big enough, I suppose we can sort of end up building all around here, and we can have it like pretty much all high density residential, all through here, which would be quite cool, so, and have a big CBD sort of through the middle. Yeah, okay, we're going to do that, we're just going to get running with it. We sort of need the space and stuff anyway, so we're just going to do that, building our city out. Like so. So if we do that, I think what we're going to do is get rid of those, and then we run something a little bit better. I think we're going to run it. I'm just going to do that for the moment, and then see how we go. Water's connected up okay through here, but we'll need to run. I think we're going to do this. Like so. I feel like we need to be building here a bit further, just to sort of complete the symmetry that we have going on the other side. Yeah, if it's not too short. There we go. That, so we can put down some high density through here, like this. There we go, there, so that's pretty good. So actually going to fill that out a little bit better. Cool. So still lots of abandoned buildings, lots of lacking workers over here. It's just because we are really low employment. But can't really do too much about that. We can, but which is going to take some time. Fortunately. Sort of all the uneducated workers too, so it's because we got like a really quite highly educated workforce really, so a lot of overqualified people for things. Cool, so definitely need to build some new services out this way. So I'm thinking we may sort of set up another little services hub over here somewhere. I think we may actually just build it and then build sort of around it. So I think we're going to do that. So what we're going to do, we are going to, using this, or the straight lines ones actually, where are we going to put it? I think probably over here somewhere, and that should cover most of here and then all around here when we build it out. So maybe what we'll do is sort of do this. Have it like that, and this is sort of the center of two sort of things through there. So, and then from, I think probably from just from here. We're going to do that, and this is going to be our services hub. So, we are going to put down a hospital. So, we're going to put a hospital here. down there. Yeah, so when we build connections in here, that'll sort of cover more as well. We are going to put down a proper police station. I think we're going to put down there, and a proper police station. Might put down a jail somewhere too as well. A little bit later, but probably not quite right now. What about a crematorium? Do they have any problems? No. Maybe we should put a crematorium down over here. Just in preparation. It makes sense, doesn't it? Cool. Alright, need some power temporarily, so we're actually going to run that just from the corner there out to here. Nope, we're not. So from there out to there. Should be fine. And put down some water pipes as well. Cool, so that should be fine, that should be set up, which is nice. So, now we're going to, before we finish this episode, we are going to drop the speed a little bit. Build some road connections down here, which is also going to help our services. So have a look now, that covers all this area, which is really, really good, so this is what we want. Everything else is pretty good, really. Healthcare is great. Police is great. 5% crime rate, which is very, very good. Which is brilliant. So unemployment is still 4%. So struggling to sort of get it up, which means our industries are lacking a huge amount of workers. That's okay. So even though we're putting down a lot of houses and stuff, we're only still at 17,500, so we actually haven't really increased our population in this episode, even though we've expanded out a lot. So I assume we've had quite a few deaths in this game, so it does sort of come in a boom and bust cycle, and I'm going to guess that that's true because we've got our buried has jumped up quite a lot. I think it was even sort of down in here, now it's jumped up quite a bit. So if we lost a couple, like 1,000 citizens and had quite a sort of a death epidemic, then that could be why we're sort of struggling, and also why that a lot of these failed, because lost a lot of workers and stuff, and we sort of haven't really built them back up again. So that should correct itself in time. Starting to get a few pollution or garbage notifications that things aren't getting picked up. So what I think we might do is just have a look at this one. May set down another garbage area somewhere. I'm not quite sure where we'll do it. So we'll have a look at our garbage. We put down incinerator. It's got a fair bit of like a radius, doesn't it? So we could put it down here, or we could maybe even set it up over here somewhere. Hook it up to the highway, and maybe that's how they'll sort of get to places. Although we're not hooked up to the highway there, are we? I'm not sure. Maybe actually start some over here. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Start some over this side of the river. Even put like a couple down, and then that means they'll be closer to all these places rather than having to come like all the way over. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up another horrible garbage area. So she can put down a couple and a landfill, just for the fun of it. Run some water, so run a pipe up through here, and also get some electricity. I think I might actually run it from here rather than sort of coming over the highway. I think we're going to do that. Cool. So traffic is working quite well. Looks like we're running out of power. Which we are. So we're going to put down a couple of power things, and then we're going to end the episode. I'm still toying with the dam. I think that it would be a disaster if we put it down river. I'm not really quite sure that we've got the right places to put it in. So we put down two of those. I'm thinking the only place that we could really put it in is here somewhere. I think if we put it down here, we're actually going to flood all this area, because there are quite a few, like here, like little inlets. And the water's going to build up and flood over here, and we could end up losing half our city, so I don't really want to do that. I'm thinking maybe over here somewhere, which means even if we flood some of this area, it's probably not going to be as big a deal. But we still don't really want to do that, so maybe next episode. But I think we're going to try it, because we can get quite a bit of power from it. I think we're just going to try it. If it floods, we'll just get rid of it. We've got heaps of money, so it's not too much of a problem. So there we go, it's fixed all our power problems. So there we go, guys. The city is definitely developing, and it'll be awesome once we can actually sort of build through here and incorporate these areas sort of into each other a lot better. So quite excited for that to happen. And then maybe in our next area, I think we may actually probably purchase this one and then actually sort of start building out this way. I think everything's going really well, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you've had a great day wherever you're watching from, and I'll see you all soon.